Welcome back, Book Talk enthusiasts, to another thrilling episodes of Dragons and Spaceships, where we shine a spotlight on all the sci-fi and fantasy, and today, mystery, books taking the platform by a storm. I'm your host, Brandi, and today we are switching gears just a little bit and stepping into the high-stakes, puzzle-filled world of the Brothers Hawthorne by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. If you have been missing the twists, riddles, and games from the Inheritance game series, get ready, because the boys are back and they're caught in their own impossible mission. But before we jump into today's episode, here's a quick peek at a trending book lighting up Book Talk this week. Suzanne Collins' Sunrise on the Reaping is trending across Book Talk and Goodreads, and for good reason. Set during the infamous 50th Hunger Games, this book dives deep into the heart of Panem's past. Early readers are calling it intense, emotional, and thought-provoking, with a fresh feel, but a familiar feel that's hitting fans right in the nostalgia. Even without spoilers, it's clear this one's going to spark major conversation. If you loved the politics, rebellion, and raw survival of the original trilogy, Sunrise on the Reaping is shaping up to be a must-read in 2025. Now, let's get into today's feature, The Brothers Hawthorne. This book is a spin-off from the Inheritance game series, but make no mistake, it stands strong on its own. You get all of the delicious drama, high-stakes challenges, and complicated family dynamics that you loved from the original trilogy, but now the spotlight shines on the boys themselves, Grayson and Jameson Hawthorne. In this book, the two Hawthorne brothers are pulled into separate high-risk adventures. Grayson, the golden, responsible heir, gets pulled into a personal mystery when his estranged half-sisters need help. And being Grayson, he's determined to protect them without showing an ounce of emotional vulnerability. Easier said than done. Jameson, our thrill-chasing, puzzle-loving wild card, is recruited by his absent father to infiltrate a secret underground gambling club in London. There's a game to win, but it just might cost him everything. And knowing Jameson, he'll risk it all for the rush. While these brothers are across the globe from each other, the emotional through line remains the same. They're each trying to figure out who they are without the weight of the Hawthorne name, or maybe because of it. And yes, Avery Grams is still around, bless, as are the rest of the Hawthorne crews. But this book is very much about two very different brothers, their struggles, their strengths, and what happens when games aren't just puzzles, they're personal. So let's do a character breakdown. We have Grayson Hawthorne, the broody, responsible, emotionally repressed oldest brother. His arc here is all about breaking out of the box he was raised in, trying to be more than just the heir. He's grappling with family identity and realizing that vulnerability isn't weakness. Then we have James Hawthorne, the Chaos King. His mission is straight out of a spy novel: secret identities, high-stake games, and of course, a hint of romance. He's unpredictable, impulsive, and somehow always 5 steps ahead, or at least pretending to be. Then we have Nash, Xander, and Avery. While the spotlight is on Grayson and Jameson, we still get to see the rest of the crew, and if you miss their banter, you're in for a treat. So let's talk about why this book works. If you loved the Inheritance game, this book gives you even more of what made that series great. We have riddles and puzzles, family drama with billionaire stakes, emotional depth, twisty plots that never go where you expect. It's also great character study. You see how different these brothers really are and how each one is trying to redefine what it means to be a Hawthorne when the game isn't about winning an inheritance. It's about saving people, protecting secrets, and growing up. And let's be real, Jennifer Lynn Barnes knows how to craft a page-turner. The pacing is tight, the twists are sharp, and the emotional payoffs hit you right in the feels. Now let's look at the Dragon's Roar and talk about some book industry news. Author Bridget Knightley just dropped an exclusive excerpt from her upcoming novel, The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy. And yes, it's exactly as swoony and tension-filled as the title promises. She shared the sneak peek on her Instagram, and let me just say, the chemistry, undeniable. The banter, sharp. The emotional tension, off the charts. This book is shaping up to be a must-read for fans of slow burn tension, secret longing, and sharp-witted rivals who might just fall dangerously in love. Keep an eye on Bridget's socials for more updates, because if the excerpt is anything to go by, this one is going to set Book Talk on fire. Now let's look at the Sorcerer's Scrolls and highlight a fantasy or a sci-fi book coming soon to you. Heads up, myth lovers, Ayana Grace is stepping into adult fantasy. Her upcoming novel, I, Medusa, hits shelves on November 18th, 2025, and it reimagines the iconic Gorgon not as a monster, but as a misunderstood vigilante. This standalone story follows Medi, once a priestess of Athena, who's betrayed by the gods and transformed into the legend we know. But this time, she's taking back control of her story. If you love Greek mythology with a fierce feminine twist, I, Medusa should be on your radar. Pre-orders are open now. Well, that's it for today's episode of Dragons and Spaceships. The Brothers Hawthorne is a fast-paced, clever, and emotional follow-up to the Inheritance game series, and it dives deep into the hearts and minds of two of the most fascinating characters. If you have read it, I want to know, are you Team Grayson or are you Team Jameson? Or both? Let's be honest. Don't forget to follow the podcast and find us on social media for more book recs and updates behind the scenes book talk. Until next time, happy reading, stay curious, and may your TBR pile never stop growing.